Victoria, and this is Purple Heart Oracle. I'm about to do your monthly reading for the month of March 21, and this is for the sign of Pisces. First of all, we're going to get into the situation. We're going to do some messages of their feels, and then I'm going to do some love messages for you as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's find out the situation for March for you. Also, could I take this opportunity for you to like and share my videos with your friends? So the first lot of cards are going to be about your person. The two middle cards are going to be about what's joining you together, and then final couple of cards will be explaining about you, where you're at. Okay. Just bear with me while I shuffle. Interesting. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, okay. Right, so I'm going to give advice as I go, guys, just so you know. Oh dear. So, first of all, well, you're dealing with someone who is actually quite charismatic, I would say, quite in control of their own life at the minute. I mean, luckily, you've got someone who's quite mature, is showing mature traits to me. They've got emotional, they seem to have emotional stability, almost verging on, you know, I hate to say this, but I feel that maybe this person might even have a bit of an ego. Maybe that's the issue here. They're being blocked, they're getting on with their own life, but they're quite solid. Maybe you're looking at this person and thinking, you know, I'd really like to be part of their life, but they've got the Two of Swords as well, so and that's sort of the main card. So it looks to me that they're quite blocked, they're not open to this at the minute, and they're quite closed off emotionally. So maybe you're just having a bit of trouble getting this person to notice you. Maybe they're concentrating so much on themselves right now that they're just not seeing what's in front of them. So that's what I'm getting for your person. The situation. Oh, okay. So your situation, you've got the Two of Pentacles and the Sun. And so this is, it's almost like, yeah, I mean, this could be taken in different ways, but I'm seeing that this person is kind of struggling between their head and their heart. They're not quite sure whether to go for it with you, but there's positive vibes here for sure. Their vibes are coming across. It's a light energy. It's not a heavy energy. So, you know, I would probably say, and by the way, these energies can be switched between you and the other cards here. I pull these for your person, but by all means do switch them around if you think it suits you better. Yeah, I'm seeing this as a light energy. I'm seeing this as more of a kind of balanced situation. Maybe they're not balancing their life with you. Maybe they're concentrating on themselves, or maybe they're just struggling between what their heart is saying and what their head is saying. But there's positive energies here because the sun is here, and this is what's joining you together. So you obviously make each other happy. Obviously, if this isn't your story, you know, it may not resonate with everyone, but this is something that is coming through, and this is something that is showing to me that there is a positive vibe between you. It's just a matter of you know, someone getting the balance right, and or seeing what they have in front of them. Okay, so for you, I see that this is actually worrying you. This is something that's keeping you up at night. Now, I don't know if this is because you're confused about the situation. I see that with the Seven of Cups, this can represent options. This can represent confusion because, you know, which path do I take sort of situation. You've got but it's keeping you up at night. It's you're not really sure which way to take this, and maybe you just don't know whether or not you should be dating, whether or not you should be putting yourself out there or not. I mean, maybe it's time, that you concentrate on yourself. If I always say that if something is giving you a hard time in your mind, you might need to sometimes take a step back from it, because love is a positive thing, or it should be. And this is in any situation with love, whether it be your friends, your family, your partner. And I always think, if it feels right and it's a positive emotion, then you should always try and seek that. If it's keeping you up at night and it's worrying you and you don't know where you stand, try and be open with the person. Try and be honest about your feelings. I know that there's a hell of a lot of things out there telling you how to approach people, girls, boys, and it can really confuse your mind. Sometimes I say, take a step back, look at yourself, look at how these things are affecting you and how this can bring things to your life. You've got the Seven of Cups, so you've got multiple options of how you can probably deal with this as well. And as I say, this is where it's showing your stress. So you've got the Nine of Swords there. So I've actually got, it's funny we say this, because look at the underneath of the pack. I always like to check the energies there. And you've got the Four of Swords, which is basically to try and take some time out, to try and meditate, to try and spend some time with yourself and have a think. Just relax, just rest. I know that that's all we're doing right now anyway. Right, we're stuck indoors, staring at four walls, which looks like what this bloke's doing here. He looks like he's been locked in COVID, doesn't he? But yeah, like, have a lie back, have a think, reflect, because he's staring at these swords, which are thoughts in tarot. So he's looking at what he's gone through and contemplating his next move. He's got his sword by his side. He knows what he wants to do. He knows how he wants to take action next, but it's just waiting there till he's come to this thought in his mind. So I would read it in that way. And then underneath this, I don't normally show too many of the other cards, but you have got a lot of emotions that are under the surface, and there's also this Chariot that's ready to go. And obviously at the minute it's stationary, but and in this deck it is stationary, but you are ready to go somewhere. You just need to take the right steps, and so maybe just take some time to contemplate. Well, that's the situation that I can see, so I hope that helps you. I'm going to keep these to one side so I can relate back to them. But what we're going to do next is number 2. So we're going to go into their feelings, their feels. What do they feel for you? So we're going to take 2 for them. Again, any feelings that might be, any feelings that are linked to the both of you, which are keeping you together. And then the same for you. So, Pisces, please. That one. That one. Okay. So for your person, we have virtue and elevation. So virtue says, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And then elevation says, you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Now, when I said to you before about the virtue, well, I didn't say virtue, but I said about that this person might be a bit charismatic, might even be, on the ego side. I think that, this could be to do with them, because it seems to be repeating sort of energy. And I think that maybe they're focusing too much on themselves, like I said before, and I think that what they need to do is encourage you to grow as well. I think it's important in a relationship, like I said before, that you use your energy sometimes to help each other. Obviously put yourself first. I think another reader, I read, watched said something about putting your own life jacket on before you put your own on, or something like that. And I think this is true, because obviously if you're useless, you can't really help anyone else, and that goes if you're in a partnership, because you can't be helping people and draining yourself dry of emotion if you're not there yourself. So always work on you first, and maybe this person is just doing that, and maybe they're just coming across that they're more into themselves, but really it could be that they do have this and they're getting themselves to that point so they can then elevate. So then it says you're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. So maybe they're just working on themselves right now, and then when they get to that point, they will then be able to elevate the situation or you. So maybe just give it a bit of time and see what happens. This can be for current relationships or for singles if this is a person that you've met. So yeah, I think that's what I'm getting for that. So okay, well, you've got matching cards for the middle cards. They've got the same pattern on them. And you've got trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. And you've got present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Well, I think this is great, because these are the two things you need really to move forward in most circumstances. Being the present is one of the most important things. Don't look at future too hard. Try not to live in the past. You're showing that you're living in the present, and so is this other person. These are the things that combine in you. So maybe you're just like trying to see what's out there. Again, I said about your options. So and trust. I mean, trust in yourself. Trust in what you've been guided to do by the universe. Because all these things that happen, and I definitely can vouch for this, I've trusted over the last year, because I have gone through quite a difficult time, and my life is completely turning around, because you have to go through the bad things to really enjoy the good things in the present. So just keep trusting that things will turn around in the end, and they will. And I think that it's good that you've got this as an adjoining energy together, because if you're both trusting and staying in the present, that is a good energy to be in. That is a great energy to be in. I can't fault that. It's a very good energy. Right. And then for you have patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. And then you've got vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. I mean, this is a great energy as well. I can feel almost an excitement and an elation with these cards, holding these cards. I think that's why you're showing this these options in the first set of cards, and obviously this contemplation. That's you being patient. So I think this links really, really well. So you're being patient right now, and you're focusing on your forward vision of where you might be going. Not too far in the future, which is what I just said, because you can't make things happen, but you can certainly plan. Like, if you want to start your own business, just make the steps towards it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pull a romance angel for each of these separately. So the elevation. So the person. Oh, I'll just have one card for each one, please, if possible. Ooh, okay, that's good. Sorry, give me a sec while I shuffle. And then joining energies, please. Okay, so what I've actually got here is for these first two cards, you have attraction, and it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think that this is quite good, because as I've said before, I think that you have to enjoy the moment, If this person, if your person is, as I said, they're fulfilling themselves right now, and that will draw attraction. Maybe that's why you're drawn to them. And you've got to realise that what you see in attraction in someone else is definitely what someone is going to see in you. And you want to be that person that has, you know, their own life going on. It draws people towards you. And so don't concentrate too much on this person. They're attractive because of what they're doing. So then put the focus onto you. Do what you're doing. Be you. And if you're meant to be together, the attraction will definitely grow. Now, don't be worried about this middle card, okay? Because you've got such good cards here. But it says deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. But I wouldn't worry, because I personally think that this is how it appears rather than how it is. I have a sense that someone, you know, one or either of you are not showing your true selves. And that could mean that there's feelings underneath, but you're, you know, if you're looking at your person and you're thinking, oh, well, they're always busy and they don't have time for me, or this, that and the other, that it could be that they do have feelings for you, but they've got their own life going on. And of course, that in itself is going to, you know, cause you to think that they're wearing a false mask on this situation, but maybe they're just busy, you know. I think sometimes you've just got to ask people, communicate what, you know, what is it that you're up to at the moment. You know, if you're not hearing off someone, say, I haven't heard, you know, just be open. And funny being talking about open, the card for you is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So yeah, I mean, this is saying keep an open mind. I definitely think that this will all come together if it's meant to. And, you know, if you're in a relationship, maybe you've had an argument or something like that, but just trust that things will come out as divinely as possible. It says to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual type. So, I mean, it could be that you're different. If you're single and you've found someone and they're not your usual type, sometimes it's good to try a person who you're not normally attracted to, because actually if they haven't worked out, there's generally a reason why, right? So I would suggest not playing the field. Oh god, that sounds really awful. No, I mean if it hasn't worked for you in the past with one type of person, maybe then try someone different, because you might be attracted to someone who's a player, and while they're probably fun to be around short term, maybe long term it's not going to work out. So try someone new. Okay, so that's in your feels, guys. I did this last time, so I just want to make sure that yes. Okay, so set 3, stage 3 is going to be, I'm just going to give you some love messages. So this is actually from, these two wanted to fall out straight away, so maybe I'll take them. So I'll just get one more message. This is for the Pisces person. Oh gosh, right, okay. Interesting. So, we have sacred union, honour and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. This isn't necessarily about you, by the way, this is from your person's heart. These aren't in the same order as what I was doing, these are just general messages. We've got playfulness, laughter is the best therapy, have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So it looks, so straight away, I mean, you know, it looks like, yeah, be fun with it, enjoy your partner, have some fun with them, because if this is going to be something that's going to be going on for life, enjoy the moment of everything, when you're meeting, when you're talking, your first date. All of these little things matter, because if you're happy with it, you're going to enjoy each other much more. And then look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Maybe you have a feeling that you're going through right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all these to stay. Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So yeah, look inside yourself I did say this before, contemplation. It's funny how the card has landed, so it's here as well. Definitely you need to do some meditation, some soul searching. Just find out what is driving you in the direction. Are you ready for dating? If you are, great. What is it you're looking for in someone? Be a bit more logical about what you're looking for. So, that is your reading for today. This is the setup that I'm going with for now. If you haven't already, please like and share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I plan to obviously do different types of read, but I'm just starting out. So please help me out and do add me. And yeah, so that's your reading for today, Pisces. And I hope that you have a wonderful month. Thank you.